New adventures to cast off soon along world-famous Jungle Cruise at Disneyland and Magic Kingdom Park.
Welcome to the YouTube of Unlocking the Magic. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and drop a comment below. What that comment is, who knows? We'll come up with it during the show to win a free t-shirt, for a chance to win a free t-shirt from Unlocking the Magic store. Welcome to the podcast or YouTube, everybody.
Welcome. We're going to do a little bit of news today. 3 news items, things that we'd like to talk about.
Yeah, we haven't done a whole lot of news lately, so there's so many changes happening to the Disney worlds and Disneylands that we've thought maybe we should talk a little bit about them, and a little Disney Plus.
Ooh, yes. We have something to share there. We're going to do a little mini review of a newish show.
Yes.
It's been around for a couple weeks now.
Yes.
Yes. All right.
Let's get into it.
Okay. Jungle Cruise news. You know what? Every time I say Jungle Cruise, my first thing, I always want to say Jingle Cruise. That's sort of what.
Well, they did say changes coming to Jungle Cruise and the Jingle Cruise, so you're not wrong about that.
Oh, okay. It says Imagineers are constantly looking for opportunities to enhance experiences, and when it comes to updating classic attractions, they employ a very careful and thoughtful approach, Disney said in a statement on Monday. In this particular case, Imagineers created a storyline that builds upon what people love the most while addressing negative depictions simultaneously. For the first time ever, the skipper role will not only be a live experience and witty guide, because we all love Skipper Carl. Shout out to Skipper Carl.
Let's take a listen right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a video in here. Let's take a listen to what Disney actually had to say about the changes coming to the Jungle Cruise. We'll be right back.
Perfect.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kevin, and I'll be your Imagineer, dance instructor, personal chef, and Jungle Cruise skipper for the next 2 minutes, or as long as this transmission lasts. That's right, before exploring the wilds of Walt Disney Imagineering, I was a skipper aboard the world-famous Jungle Cruise here at Disneyland Park. During my time on the river, I was able to work alongside some great people and do some pretty amazing things, including traveling to Tokyo Disneyland to help celebrate their 25th anniversary after being named one of Disneyland's top skippers. The Jungle Cruise is something that has never left me, nor do I think it ever will. In my current role as a writer at Walt Disney Imagineering, I've been honored to work with my fellow Imagineers to expand the Jungle Cruise's story on projects including the Jingle Cruise, the Tropical Hideaway, and the Jungle Navigation Company Limited Skipper Canteen. As we continue our Jungle Cruise storytelling, I'm excited to share a first look at some of the new, GNU, magic we're adding to the Jungle Cruise attraction at Disneyland Park and Magic Kingdom Park. See for yourself with this first look at one of the new creative concepts for our river's journey. As part of this story update, we'll get to follow a skipper and his passengers as their journey goes awry. That's right, for the first time ever, the skipper role will not only be that of a live experience and witty guide, but also represented by a show figure within the attraction itself. In fact, the expedition will be up a tree after their sunken boat splits apart and chimps board the wreckage, with monkey business ensuing. But that's not even half of the whole story. Fans of the Jungle Cruise attraction may recall some boats that used to make their way around the river but haven't been seen for a while, especially the Mekong Maiden and the Kawango Kate. Ever wonder what happened to them? Well, you might go wait when you find out. Ultimately, the jungle gets the last laugh. Imagineers gave a sneak peek to some skippers at Magic Kingdom Park. Enjoy their reactions at the end of this transmission, and stay tuned for more details about enhancements we have in store for the future of, in my personal opinion, the greatest attraction ever. Kungaloosh!
Right. That's pretty interesting.
You know, I have to say, after watching that video, I still don't truly understand what they're doing to this attraction.
Some people said that they thought that perhaps the changes were going to be tied to the upcoming movie Jungle Cruise, featuring Dwayne, the quote, Rock.
Wait a second. So The Rock is going to be my skipper captain?
Who knows? Maybe he'll make an... Imagine if he made an appearance.
Imagine all of a sudden you're halfway through the Jungle Cruise and he just makes you get out and start doing push-ups.
I could picture that.
That would be pretty amazing.
Yeah, in order to keep going, we need to do some strength training.
And we're here at the Gym Island. Get off, everybody, and give me 10 before we get right back on this thing and go home.
I like it. Burn off those calories from all that Tonga toast.
Listen, I'm okay with the changes coming. I think they're going to do a good job. As long as they keep it... I like the quirkiness of the Jungle Cruise.
Right.
As long as they don't call on me.
It's not always for introverts, but I don't feel like they call upon anyone.
No, whenever the skipper looks around to, he's going to ask a question, I always unmake eye contact.
You just look on your phone.
I just look to the ground and pretend I just saw something. What's that? Oh, you call? Okay, he's done. I'll come back to that. Now.
That's a great strategy.
Yes. Don't make
like
eye contact because then they won't call on you.
Yeah, I'm excited for change. I think change is difficult, but on this particular case, I think it might be fun and a breath of fresh air. And I'm excited to see what Imagineers create and come up with.
Me too.
As long as Skipper Carl again is there in Disneyland, the world will be just right.
Yeah, Skipper Carl's unbelievable. He's the best.
All right. Next for something that is a cool news item that just was announced a few days ago was more entertainment returns this summer with celebration of Festival of the Lion King at Disney's Animal Kingdom. I know a lot of folks, including myself, were really wondering when we would get back to live entertainment because that is what Disney does so well, and it's exciting to hear that they're bringing back the show. Of course, it says when it returns, Festival of the Lion King will be presented in a modified format to be mindful of the current environment. So they're going to be changing, probably, I would assume, seating, perhaps.
Yeah, probably make sure people are a little bit spread out a little bit more so that way they're not super close together because that theater can get a little compact. So I'm sure they're going to have to deal with that. You know, I'm not a huge fan of shows. I think they're great. Yeah. My attention span is not fantastic, though. That's the problem. But the Lion King show is one of the only shows that I'm entertained from start to finish. I love like the gymnastics and them hopping around and like entertaining to the crowds themselves. Like they make it specific, like go towards the crowds and make them interact.
Yeah, they pump up the crowds. If you're not smiling midway the show, then
and it's not super long, so
it's not super long.
I like it. It's one of my favorite shows.
It's Bruce approved. We should get a stamp that says Bruce approved.
Yeah, like if you're like me, you know, go to the Lion King. Maybe skip Nemo, but go to the Lion King.
So who's ready to clap along with "I just can't wait to be king"?
I mean, I don't necessarily clap along, but I'm with you.
I think I've seen you, maybe not clapping, but tapping.
I'm like that guy.
Foot tapping.
I'm like the gentleman, if you've seen the movie Elf, at the end of the movie when the kid looks up at the dad and he's like, "You're not really singing, you're just lip syncing." And that's me. I'm just like kind of going through the motion, but then someone recognizes that I'm doing that and they make me do it.
Oh, I know which one you're waiting for. It says, "Be prepared to swoon over. Can you feel the love tonight?"
Yes, that's exactly what
that's what you're made for.
That's my specialty right there.
This show in particular really is special to me. It happened to be the movie Lion King was my dad's favorite, and when I got to bring my mom, unfortunately my dad had passed, so he wasn't with us, but we got to see the show together, my mom and I, and both of us at the same time just started bursting out in happy tears because we just felt the love, and we knew Dad was watching over us and smiling. So it's a special memory.
It's definitely like a smiley show. Puts a smile on your face the whole time.
Totally. I love it.
I like so smiley shows.
So some exciting news there. Can't wait to be king.
Next up, WandaVision on Disney Plus, new show. If you know us from the podcast, we love Marvel. We love the Marvel movies. And this was a show that had a lot of anticipation in our household because if you're familiar with 2020, there's not a whole lot new happening.
New shows, whenever
new movies, not a lot of new movies coming out in 2020.
Yeah.
But this was a show that we were excited about. It came out. What are your first thoughts? So as we're recording this right now, they've released 3 episodes. Mm-hmm. I've seen the first 3 episodes. I'm going to be honest with you. Actually, let me hear your thoughts. What do you think of the new WandaVision?
Okay. My particular thoughts were, I really love older sitcoms, so the element of bringing it into like an I Love Lucy sitcom was mysterious and cool, and at first I was kind of taken back and not understanding the plot, but every episode's it's a little bit, it gets you thinking, so I'm kind of into it. I don't know, I know it's not your thing.
Well, here's the deal.
Okay,
I'm gonna be brutally honest with you. After the first 2 episodes, I was out. I was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
But I felt obligated after people watched the 3rd episode and said that it got a little bit more into Wanda and her powers and the whole storyline between Wanda and Vision, how they are in the movies. So I said I kind of felt obligated to stick with it. And I have to say, like, the 3rd episode did pique my curiosity to where the show was going more than the first 2 did.
I would say you're now like, if this is a scale, you're about here.
Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 1 being I love it, 10 being I'm out. Yeah. After the first 2 episodes, I was a hot 9.
Right.
I was a 9 out.
Yeah, you were scrolling on your phone the entire time.
Now, after episode number 3, that's scaled back to about a 6.
Okay.
I'm still kind of out, But I'm intrigued as to what's going to happen in episode 4. I honestly think, I don't remember how many episodes there are going to be total.
I don't either.
But I think after
9 episodes?
So after the 4th episode, I guess I'll know if I'm going to stick with it or not.
WandaVision, if you go on IMDb, one of my favorite websites, check out movies. It says, blends the style of classic sitcoms in which Wanda and Vision, two superpowered beings living their ideal suburban lives, begin to suspect that everything is not as it seems. Can I just really quick mention how I feel Elizabeth Olsen has improved in this role and character? And not to sound like I know everything, but in the Marvel movies, I liked her, but I wasn't in love. But she's starting to grow on me, and it's specifically in this series, I feel like she has really evolved in her character. I'm getting deep.
Hold on a second. What happened to her accent? What happened to the Zakovian accent?
That's a question. Now, some say that it's because
did she magically make it disappear?
No, but after a while in the suburban life, look, my dad lost his Greek accent after 10 so years here in the States, so maybe that
Well, your dad lived here for 40 years. She's lived here for 10 minutes.
Look, it's movies, right? It's the movie magic, but I'm sure there will be more to come on that topic because a lot of people mentioned it. We weren't the only ones. So very interesting.
I want to see them address that.
Yeah. So, all right, I'm giving WandaVision, I would say an 8.
Scale of 1 to 10, you're giving it an 8?
I'm giving an 8. I feel like it's cool, unique. I think last week it might have been a 7. It's climbing and growing on me.
Right.
And I, like I said earlier, they already had me hooked in the beginning with the 1940s, 50s theming going on. So I think if you liked those type of sitcoms, then they've got an immediate fan. But I still wasn't a 10 from them, you know?
First 2 episodes, I'm giving a 2.
Oh, God.
3rd episode, I'm giving a 6.
Okay. Fair, honest, I like it.
You know, I think we'll see.
Let's not fluff things, right?
There's a lot of pressure on them for episode 4 for people like myself.
Right.
Because I'm going to be completely out if it's anything like the first 2. If it's more like the 3rd and goes a little bit deeper, I'm going to stick with it.
What's the question of the show now? Today?
Question of the show. Would you rather?
Oh.
I'm going to give you a would you rather.
Okay.
Disneyland or Walt Disney World version of Jungle Cruise in its current state.
Oh, I thought you were going to throw a WandaVision in there.
I feel like I want to throw a WandaVision question in there, but I don't know if everybody has watched it yet.
Fair enough. Okay.
Jungle Cruise, people who are watching this video on YouTube or listen to our podcast have probably been on the Jungle Cruise.
So we're doing would you rather.
Would you rather, the Jungle Cruise, would you rather in Disneyland or Disney World? Which version is your favorite?
Okay.
Drop a question below between 8 and 9 when the movie comes out. Movie. When the show.
Movie. Now featuring.
YouTube comes out at Tuesday, 8 p.m. You have to drop between 8 and 9 in order for a chance to win. So if you miss it, if you're watching this in the future, go next Tuesday, set your alarm, 8 o'clock, come back. Maybe we'll even do a live show next Tuesday.
Ooh, that might be fun.
So
Switch
watch
it up.
out for that.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and go check out our podcast. All the links are below this video you're watching right here. We'll see you guys.